Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm talking about Grownish Season 4, Episode 11. Now let's get to it. The episode starts off with Anna getting mad at Vivek. She decides to just go home. She gets on a scooter, starts scootering back home, and she gets hit by a car. That scene was so odd to me because when you see the scooter and you see the car, I feel like there's no way those two would collide. He didn't even swerve. It wasn't like he was turning and he bumped her. It was just they were both riding straight, and yes, the car should have stopped, but Anna, why are you riding in the road? Right on the sidewalk. I hate when people do that. But anyways, Anna's in the hospital. You know, she's got scratches and bruises on her. It's not too bad. The police call her and say they already have a suspect and they need her to come in tomorrow to see if that was the guy or not. All while this is happening, Zoe cannot wait to tell everyone that she broke up with Aaron, and pretty much Zoe just wants to talk about herself, but she gets cut off like multiple times. And then Jazz decides to say, Jazz could not keep it to herself. She was like, so you slept with Vivek? And Anna's face, like, do not talk about it again. Why did Vivek tell y'all? Like, But anyways, we skip to like the middle of the episode and we see that Doug and Luca's little sister are now a casual thing. He comes over to tell her, well, I told your brother, you already know this, I'm gonna take you out on a date, let's go. And she's pretty much like, oh, okay, cool, but I already have someone else I'm going with. And her explanation for the whole thing is that she had to wait for so long and be secret for so long, she never thought it was going to turn into something that was anything more than casual, so she's accepting other dates from other guys. This gets Doug in his feels and he is just out of it. You see at the end of the episode, he goes on a date and he sees that she's on the date and they're pretty much competing in a sense. They're texting each other like, oh, how's your date going? Good, how's yours? Amazing. They're just trying to one-up each other, which is like, just get together. This isn't, I don't know. For some reason, this new season, second half of this fourth season, is not holding my attention like I want it to. I want the same feel they had the first season. Maybe the second season too, but those two seasons were the best. Third season, and this fourth season right now, it's not juicy enough for me. It's not enough college stuff. They're in their senior year, and I feel like their storylines are not senior year potential. You don't see nobody stressing out about nothing. They are just in there, vibing, but it's not even a good vibe. And we don't get enough Luca, but I'm getting so far off subject. Anyways, at the end of the episode, we see the Doug and, what is her name, Kiela? You see that they're kissing in the room and everything like that. They need to just get together because I'm already tired of their storyline. I don't know what it is. Anyways, again, in the middle of the episode, we see that Aaron pretty much meets his mini-me. There's a guy that comes into his classroom with the paper wanting to get into his class. He's saying that Aaron was the only reason why he went to Cal U and that he wants to be like him. He wants to focus on activism and everything like that. And that sends Aaron into a rut. And again, I'm gonna have to say, these characters are getting on my last nerves because Aaron gets in the rut every single episode. Like, dude, you're dramatic. Anyways, Vivek gives him a pep talk. Or how do you say it? Anyways, Vivek lifts him up and pretty much says that he has a classroom and he can have his activism in a different way. It doesn't necessarily have to be at protests. It doesn't necessarily have to be him yelling at the middle of campus. He can help where he can, which is his classroom. People come twice a week at midnight to your class. You can teach them there. So that influences Aaron to change the atmosphere of his class and change the curriculum of this class so that he can influence a more talkative and more open environment in his class, which is cool. And I honestly, I forgot to talk about Anna. But anyways, when Anna gets hit by the car, they tell her, oh, come in tomorrow to see the person, see if that's him. She comes in, she sees if it's him, and she does recognize him, but she ends up telling the police, oh, I need to think about it. They're like, okay, fine, come tomorrow and you can see him again from a different angle. She goes home and she starts talking to the roommates, Zoe, all of them. It pretty much says she did recognize the guy, but she felt conflicted because the guy was a undocumented immigrant. He didn't want, she didn't want to ruin him, in a sense, because he was so young, one, and two, him being possibly deported or ripped away from his family, from a place that he's most likely lived his entire life, is just unfair. And honestly, yes, it's very unfair. And then on the other side, yes, he should have just stopped when he hit you and at least said something like, "You good?" and then drove off. Something. But then, if I was in that mind state, if I knew it was undocumented, would I stop? I don't know. Anyways, I liked the storyline. I just felt like it was so out of place for the episode. And also, I don't really love that they used the one Hispanic character to bring this particular storyline on. Even though you can be of any ethnicity or race to be an immigrant, we know that the storyline most of the time is with the Hispanic character. I think they could have mixed it up, used a different person for that storyline, but at the end, I do like that you see Anna starting to transform in her thought process. She's not automatically just taking the status quo. She's not automatically just trusting the police because she's been told to trust the police, and she's not trusting the system because she's been told to trust the system. She's doing it in a more intentional way. So she's picking and choosing her battles, essentially. She's picking and choosing whether she's going to follow along or whether she's going to question the system. And now she's truly starting to question that system. But anyways, I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hope you guys like this video. I know it was a rough one. I just watched it. I'm so sorry. Okay, bye.